2 of the 7 contenders for the Lamar Hunt Trophy are set, and we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Throwing to start this game. Hits his running back. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. With 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 3 now. From the 31. Catch is made down the right sideline. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Hits him on the out route. He has room past the 25. Still fighting forward. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans take a 6-0 lead right away. Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Texans will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Returning it from the 4. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Opening carry for Devon Achane. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. On the move, headed right. He takes it himself. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that play good enough for a 1st. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. 1st and 10 from the 41. Out of the shotgun, a give to AJ. And he'll get it up to the 44. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
From the 44 here on 2nd down. That's caught. Devon Achane. And he goes out, just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Trying to pick it up here with Achane. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 42 as this opening drive continues. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Completed to his running back. And he's out of bounds after reaching the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down. Quite the opening drive they put together, partner. New set of downs all the way down to the 25. First and 10, looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Christian Harris on the stop.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Second down carry for Achane. And he may have just reached the edge of the red zone before going down. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd down from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And in for the Miami touchdown. So the back does the work that time, Brock, taking it in for the touchdown.
Yeah, a running back in space can be an awfully dangerous weapon on a football field. Whether that's a designed route to him, a check down, you see what can happen, what kind of damage the elite running backs in this league can do.
On now is Cook to kick this away. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Slot receiver headed left. Quick touch pass to the receiver. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
Gosh, I love that creativity of the play call. Name of the game is putting the ball in the hands of your best, your playmakers, creating matchups for them to take advantage. And this time, not as a receiver, but as a runner. That is job well done.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Second down now, 7 to go. from the 48. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. That play good for 17 and a first down. Here's a throw. Short pass brought in. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Caught near the goal line. And in for the Houston touchdown. Dicker on now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Texans take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And he's out of bounds up across the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. He put everything he had into this one. And oh, he drops the deep shot. A big play to start the game, but it slips through incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it's 2nd down coming up. Throwing now off play action. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
The defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Throwing from the gun. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. Christian Harris picks it off. And the Texans take possession of the football.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles and he chewed up yardage in the open space. Well, it'll make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
They'll try and punch it in. Has the Houston touchdown. The Texans parlay the interception into points. Dicker on now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Texans double their lead to 14. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They'll be hoping for a lengthy drive here with where they're starting out. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Caught by his back. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. From the 27. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody.
Yeah.
And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Third down run from Achane. And he's brought down for a loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a fourth down.
And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Absolutely crushed that kick, a full 70-yard punt. And it's going to be Texans football. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 28. Completed over the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Another carry for him. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Wrapped up on that play by big Quinnen Williams. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. From the 38. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Here he goes on the bootleg. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. This one misses the tight end. And 4th and 4 coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Back to throw, needing a first. That's cut beyond the marker. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans make it a 3-possession game. Dicker on now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Texans stretch their lead to 21. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Returnable from the 1. And he gets crunched by a big hit, right at the 25 to end that return. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Buys time, rolling right. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Christian Harris on the stop. Man in motion here. Throw on 3rd down. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Throwing it again here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. First time this game they've looked to him. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Back now, pressure on its way. Achane reels it in. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at NRG. It's the Dolphins looking at a 4th and 7. Looking to the air here. He connects downfield on 4th. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Running with Achane out of the gun. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Here we go, 2nd and very long. Rolling left, buying some time. The ball's out, he lost it. And the Texans grab it. And the nightmare continues as they bring the fumble back for a touchdown. The Texans boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Dicker on now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Texans continue piling on to this lead. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored. And with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be... This one intended for the running back. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Kamari Lassiter with the pick. And the Texans are going to take over after his 9th interception of the season.
A lot of defenders got some offense in their background, and it's been my life experience that they'll tell you about it. And right there, he put it on display. He brought in the pick and instantly became a runner, searching for the open field to add a little something to the return.
And he'll get this across. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Dicker on now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Texans grow their lead yet again. sticker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone, so the football will come back out to the 20. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. First down, Howell. Completed to his running back. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Miami calls a timeout here. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. And the shotgun, Howell. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. He's on the move. Finds a seam down the middle. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. The Dolphins choosing to spend their final timeout here. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. To throw again, it's Howell. Escapes the pocket. Throwing on the run, deep down that left side. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. No luck finding his receiver that time, so it'll be second down.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
A final throw before the break. He's loaded another one up. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And the Texans do not get the return all the way back. That's going to bring us to the end of our first half. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. With this kick, we're back underway. A spot in the divisional round on the line. Return starts at the 3. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Achane. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
Howell now on 4th down. And it falls incomplete. And a surprising... does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Back to throw on 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Will score. It's a Houston touchdown. The Texans push their lead further to start the half. Dicker tacks on the extra point. And the Texans tack on 7 more to their lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Returnable from the 2. And they've got a long field ahead, Brock. Got to him early on the return and laid a big hit on him.
Well, that's a case of either overthinking things or somehow not thinking enough on that kickoff return. You got to think the 20-yard line is worst case. Instead, well, the coverage team sticks him with a really long field ahead.
On 1st down, they're going to start out with Achane. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. They bring their tight end left. Achane again on 2nd. And he's out of bounds just short of the 15. They get about 4 there, need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. They'll throw it. Oh, he lost the football. And the Texans grab it.
3rd down, you could see he may have been trying to simply do too much to help his side. It loosened his hold on the ball and gave that defense a chance to knock it free. Instead of facing 4th down, they're off the field completely.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now, following the turnover. Hits his running back. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Here's a give on 1st and goal. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No gain for them, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Throwing on 2nd and 1. And he will score. Touchdown, Houston! The Texans capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Texans continue adding on to that lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Kickoff taken at the 3. This return makes it up to the 25. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's A-Chain up the middle. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Even on the outer edges of this field, Kate, a cornerback making a stop behind the line, it's impressive. But in the middle third, that takes a special and fearless type of cornerback.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
He's on the move. Oh, no, he lost control of another one. And the Texans grab it. And the nightmare continues as they bring the fumble back for a touchdown. The Texans grow their lead off the turnover. Dicker tacks on the extra point. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. He's going to field this at the 2. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. They're out and set. 1st and 10. A-Chain on the inside give. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Azeez Ojulari getting there for the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. A-Chain again. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked. 1st down, and they go right back to it.
And he drives it up past the 45. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. They'll stick with A-Chain. And he hits a wall at the line and goes nowhere.
Don't laugh at me, Kate. I almost wish there was an actual white flag on either sideline we could see waving in this spot, because that was an easy mop-up for the defense to force 4th and long.
A lot of room they need here. It's 4th and a long 8. They're going for this. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.